Hello everybody, my name is The Spectrum and this is some Call of Duty Black Ops. So this game was the third game in a row I've been playing WMD due to host migrations and so on. And I wasn't quite sure what to run. The past two times I've been sniping. The first time it went kinda well and this time it went kinda... The second time it went kind of not so well. So this game I was like, oh, what should I do? What should I do? I'll use an M16. It's the only assault rifle I've kind of got at the moment that's really good over long range. So I thought, why not? Let's use the M16. I'm not trying to get a beast gameplay or anything. And I mean, it's not like an amazing game, but it's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, it's a pretty good game. I actually got called a cheat for this game. Now, let's face it, like a lot of players now on Black Ops are not hardcore Call of Duty players. You know, they're not amazing at the game. A lot of the there's many reasons for playing a game that's older than the current Call of Duty, but some of the I'm trying to not use a broad sweeping statement, but one of the reasons people do like to play older games is because the players on it aren't as good, for one reason or the other. You know, there are many reasons, but let's face it, a lot of the players on older Call of Duties are not that great. So, you know, when you get called a hacker now, I've been called a hacker before, and you know, it's a compliment. It actually makes me laugh because it's like, are you admitting that you're that bad at the game to you know, have to call me a cheater to make an excuse for it? It's like you've just complimented my gun skill, and I can see why. I pretty much destroyed these kids with an M16, which is not something that they like seeing, because to them, guns that aren't actually fully automatic are not good, and they don't like being beaten with good guns. So that's just that. But the thing is, like, when I've been called a hacker in the past, I've been like, yeah, whatever. You know, it's still me, nothing to do with hacks. And they just keep on saying, hacker, hacker. And I'm like, no hacks. And then just stop talking to them. After saying, you know, you do realise this makes you look really, really bad. But this kid, like, I sent back just saying thanks, as you're gonna see at the end of the game anyway. And his response was, it's so sad that you have to do it. And I was just sitting there thinking, that's a lot coming from the kid who just got destroyed. If anything, you should be asking me where I got them, where I got the hacks. Like, seriously, you should be, you know, paying me to get the cheats on me, because you were terrible. And I just sent a message back saying, you know, it's worse that you're having to call someone else a cheat in order to make yourself look better. You know, essentially you just complimented me, and I don't know, I turned my Xbox off after that. But you know, you can be the judge yourself. If he replies back, I say, look kid, you've just been embarrassed all over YouTube. You look like a really, really bad player, so just quit while you're ahead. And like that's the thing, because I've like called out hackers in lobbies before. I've been in like COD 4 lobbies when there's been people using that fly code, or whatever it is, to like get up on top of buildings, and he was just stood on like an archway shooting off of it with his golden deagle. And I was like, dude, you hack, and I not only beat your entire team, but I had pretty much triple your score. And he was like, he sent me some kind of illiterate message that I couldn't actually understand, saying something to do about playing on a second account and messing around. I was like, that's no excuse, you hacked, you should have automatic wins. Like, that's what I don't get. If I was hacking, I wouldn't be just like, I don't know, only 4 deaths and something like 40 kills, you know. I'd be going 100-0, you know, stuff like that. I wouldn't be going for like reasonable scores. I'd be going super huge, you know. I'd start off with 3 packs of dogs in a, you know, I'd be doing stuff like that. I wouldn't be only 7th prestige going 44 and 4, you know, dying one-off kill streaks and stuff like that. I'd be like completely raping kids. So I don't know. Just kids. What are you gonna do? I mean, that's one of the problems with Call of Duty. It's becoming a kid game. Like there's so many of them playing because it's so popular. It's like, guys, you're making an 18 rated game. Make it for people who are 18 plus, please. Because then we do not get annoying kids who actually can't play the game, ruining our time. Thank you. I mean, you can't make people stop playing the game, but yeah, whatever. I find that the dogs, the puppies, they're not as effective now as they were when the game first came out, or when it was like the current Call of Duty, whenever, because they just seem to get shot a lot, and they don't seem to get too many kills. People tend, when dogs are called in, they tend to back into a corner and just cover themselves with Nova gas and bullets and stuff to make sure that dogs don't get them. And I mean, it's annoying because, you know, as a player who doesn't get dogs every single game, you know, it's kind of sad seeing them go out and then not get many kills, although they do go ham in a minute. But it kind of reminds me of the Harriers in Modern Warfare 2, like when the game was out, and you still get like the odd lobbies now where people just don't bother shooting down air support. They were really, really good and considered to be overpowered because, you know, it's an airstrike and an attack chopper in one, and, you know, they're up in the air for a long time. But now you put them up and they're shot down almost instantly. It's like the dogs, you know, they're just, people know how to deal with them and they're just not as effective. But I'd rather have the dogs and, you know, have all the gun kills at the same time than, say, get a gunship, have to find a quiet corner to call it in, and then, you know, there's someone with ghost with the rocket launcher on, just ruining my fun. You know, I'd rather have the dogs than do that, because I think the dogs get more kills regardless, and they help out the team as well. So I think they're just a much better kill streak, and I do make a few derps in this gameplay. I try to kind of like hide that it is a somewhat decent score. I'm not very good at suspense. I think the final score is 44 and 4, so 444, which is a pretty decent score for me, I'm not gonna lie. It's still not that elusive 50 game. I have yet to pass that 50 game. I mean, I could probably jump into a game of Ground War on Black Ops and like find a lobby where I could do pretty well. And like, this was a derp. I saw the ghost guy in the corner. I couldn't work out what he was doing. So in the time it took for me to like think what he was doing and swap targets, and then realise what he was doing and then swap back, that's the problem with the M16. You can't like just spray and pray. You have to be very precise, and you know, it's something you have to think about when you pick this as a gun to use. And you'll notice all game my main playstyle was basically force them back into the spawn, even though I think I'm about to charge in and do a bit of reckless. You know, it's mainly about I do charge like there, but it's more about pushing up the map, gaining control of the map, and then just forcing them back into the spawn, like making it so that you're around at least B and up. And some people may call it camping, but whatever. They just can't get out the spawn. They can't get near enough the flags to do anything effective. Like, they can't jump on flags and stuff. And that's where, like, the stronger the team you have, the more effective it gets. But that's the game. And yeah, only 2 captures, mainly because we didn't need to capture that much. Like, I'd rather see a game where everyone had like a solid amount of caps rather than one guy having to go 12 caps because, you know, the rest of his team aren't bothering. So yeah, that was it. Hope you enjoyed the video and you get to see kids calling me cheaters. Bye.